Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Popped In, your home for all things pop culture. And today we're going to be doing something pretty different with, as you can see, we're on the website called Flickchart. Now, if you don't know what this website is, pretty much it's just like a ranking website where you pit two movies against one another. Then you just pick whichever one you like more. And then as you pick more and more movies, it'll build a list ranking the movies. So kind of fun, just way to like see which movies you like more to kind of help build out your ranking. If you ever have been like, which movie, like if I had to make a list of my favorite movies, it's kind of hard to do just on the spur of the moment. But with something like this, it's pretty easy because you just pick one at a time. So I've done this in the past before just for myself, but I decided to erase all my previous rankings and just go in and start fresh. And so there are going to be a lot of movies that I haven't seen, but there's also going to be quite a few that I have seen. And yes, and then maybe if you see a movie like, wow, how have you not watched that? You definitely need to watch that. Then, I can add it to the watch list. So starting off, we got two movies that I have not seen with Inglourious Bastards and Sin City. So you just click haven't seen either, and we'll go to the next one. Now, I've seen Home Alone a very long time ago, but it's been too long. Movies like that, I don't really want to rate it because I can't really remember much about it enough to rate it. So I'm planning on rewatching it again this year around Christmas time. I meant to do it last year and just never got around to it. So we'll skip that. And I have seen Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, but I'll talk more about it once we get to a movie that I have seen. And this also will be kind of fun because it'll be like a way to pit movies or give myself like, short bite-sized kind of reviews on movies that I might not talk about otherwise. So I've not seen V for Vendetta or Fight Club or Fantastic Four. Okay, I have seen Seven Samurai. And between these two, Seven Samurai is a great movie. It's like, the template for all like action movies with its giant action set pieces and stuff. But for me, I will go Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, which growing up, this was my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies, but I probably would lean more towards Raiders of the Lost Ark now. And in watching it, I think the gap was closer between that and Temple of Doom than I initially had thought. But we got Ronin and Showtime again, two movies I've never seen. Okay, I have seen Batman Begins, but not Sphere, so we'll just skip ahead. Kung Fu Panda, another one I saw a long time ago. Okay, Jaws, which I love Batman Begins, but it is not beating Jaws. Jaws is one of the greatest movies of all time. And hey, pretty nice. We got two movies that I have watched with The Thing and Aladdin. And Aladdin, as much as I love that, I think it's one of the best, like I say, recent, like 90s and after Disney movies. The Thing just is a great movie in both the sci-fi and horror genres. So I'm going to have to go with The Thing. I also just watched it for the first time pretty recently. So have never seen Bruce Almighty, and it's been ages since I saw Little Mermaid, so I will not rank either of those. Haven't seen either one of these or these or these. Okay, I have seen Return of the Jedi. If there's something I've watched, it has been Star Wars. Okay, Temple of Doom. Like I said, this was always when I was like, I don't really like Temple of Doom that much. But when I rewatched the Indiana Jones movies, I actually enjoyed Temple of Doom quite a bit, but it's not beating Return of the Jedi. Return of the Jedi, like I said in my Star Wars ranking video, is my third favorite Star Wars movie. So, yeah. I saw The Mummy like ages ago. I've not seen, what was that, Speed? I haven't seen either of these. I know, sue me. I have seen Toy Story 2. And we have Empire Strikes Back. Now, this is tough because Toy Story 2 is one of my favorite animated movies of all time. It's my favorite Toy Story movie, one of my favorite Disney movies, and probably my favorite Pixar movie of the ones that I've seen. But Empire Strikes Back is like probably top 5 favorite movies of all time. So yeah, we're going to Empire. And as you can see, like this ranking, when you first start doing it, it's out of order because like you've got the movies that you picked first, like Last Crusade, and then like Batman Begins. I'm like, oh, that should be much higher. But it's just something that gets worked out the more movies you rank. So haven't seen either of those. Again, haven't seen Pirates of the Caribbean in forever. That's one of the series I want to rewatch the most. But I've seen both of these pretty recently. And yeah, Revenge of the Sith is, again, like Empire Strikes Back, one of my top 5 favorite movies of all time. So as good as Spider-Man 2 is, it's not beating Revenge of the Sith. Captain Marvel, one of the MC movies I have not seen. Dark Knight, though, I haven't seen that. This is another one that's hard because I've seen this movie many times growing up, but it's been forever since I've rewatched it. So I will not rate that. Same with Bug's Life. Haven't seen Hangover or Dodgeball or that. Okay. We're going on a run here. Okay. Batman 89. Really good movie. My favorite of the original, 4 Batman movies before we got the Dark Knight trilogy, but it's not beating the Dark Knight. That's like a top 10 movie of all time for me. Okay, Order of the Phoenix is actually the next Harry Potter movie I have to watch. I know I've not watched all the Harry Potter movies. Crazy. And I've only seen the first Back to the Future, so I can't rank either of those. People are probably freaking out at me, but hey, I'm trying to make up for the movies I haven't seen. I've been trying to get through them. Again, been forever since I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, so I will not rank that, and I haven't seen Mission Impossible, another series that I need to watch. Haven't seen any Austin Powers, and The Departed, I really want to see. I know it's like a classic, but yeah. Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, I've actually never watched all the way through. I think I fell asleep halfway through it when I was a kid. I never revisited it. And Beauty and the Beast, I have not seen since I was a kid either. So I have seen Back to the Future, and yeah, it's better than Attack of the Clones. As much as I love Attack of the Clones and will defend this movie, like all the Star Wars movies, I rewatched it recently. It is good. Yeah, there's some cringy moments, but it is far from being a bad movie. But it's not better than Back to the Future. Haven't seen This is Spinal Tap, but I have seen Raiders, one of the best action-adventure movies of all time. And I have watched Beetlejuice, and I really, really enjoyed Beetlejuice. But yeah, it's not beating Raiders of the Lost Ark. Coming to America, I haven't seen. I have seen The Incredible Hulk. This is the Edward Norton one. And, okay, we got Breakfast Club. And The Incredible Hulk is probably the first movie I've gotten on this list that I do not like. It just was so boring to me. And it's just such a weird time capsule kind of movie because it does not feel like it belongs in the MCU. But it's, the second movie in the franchise? But, yeah, Breakfast Club, definitely over that one. We do have a top 20 now, but it is far from being complete. Jumanji is a tough one because I could probably rank that one because I saw it several times growing up. But again, it's just been so long, it's not a fair rating for it. So I won't rank that one. Again, like I said, I have seen Beetlejuice. And as fun as Beetlejuice is, it is not beating Revenge of the Sith. So, okay, it keeps telling me we have a top 20. I am well aware of the fact. And sometimes it takes a while to load. Okay, Batman Returns. Honestly, I was pretty disappointed with this because I saw Batman 89 once a long time ago, but I hadn't seen any of the other 80s/90s Batman movies. So going from rewatching Batman 89, really enjoying it, to going into Batman Returns, I was just disappointed because it was a little bit more goofy in tone than Batman 89. Still better than the other ones from that time period, but just a step down for me. Maybe when I rewatch it, I'll like it more since I know what to expect. But yeah, a bit of a step down from Batman 89. And The Sixth Sense is another one I watched once a long time ago, but I don't remember much about it. Gremlins, another one I just watched for the first time recently. So hey, applause. Because a movie that I actually watched, a classic one at that. And I'll take Gremlins over Batman Returns. I haven't seen either one of these. I really want to watch Gladiator. That's one that's probably high on my watch list. Haven't seen X2. I've only seen the first X-Men movie. I know. What a nerd. I haven't even watched the X-Men movies. I know I'm a disappointment. Haven't seen The Green Mile. That's a pretty big one. Batman Forever probably will be the worst movie on this list for me because I despise that movie. I think it's even worse than Batman and Robin. I don't know if that's a hot take. I'd rather watch Batman and Robin than Batman Forever. So yeah, Last Crusade. We'll take that one. Haven't seen Princess Bride. Want to, but oh man. Oh, man. This is tough. Okay, can you get out of here? I know we have a top 20. Thank you. This is tough because Back to the Future is a better movie than Phantom Menace. But me personally, do I like Phantom Menace better than Back to the Future? Oh, man, dude. How do I want to approach this? Probably just because I've rewatched it so many times, and I've only seen Back to the Future twice in my life, one time being recent. I think I'm going to go Phantom Menace. Oh, man. Hey, we get Back to the Future again, though, so it can move up, possibly. I haven't seen Shawshank. I know that's a pretty crazy one. The bad thing with this site is the ads. My gosh. Watchmen I haven't seen, as I said. Haven't seen any more X-Men. I've only seen the OG War of the Worlds. So, haven't seen... I saw The Christmas Vacation a long time ago. I haven't seen any of these. I have seen I Am Legend. It's been a couple years, but I'd say it's been recent enough where I can rank it because I know it's not better than Back to the Future. It's an alright movie, though, but yeah, not better than Back to the Future. Haven't seen others. Really want to watch The Goonies. That's another 80s classic I need to watch. Airplane I saw ages ago, but don't remember anything about it. Yes. Another one I really want to watch is No Country for Old Men. The Town, haven't seen The Insider. Temple of Doom, I'll go Attack of the Clones. Temple of Doom, like I said, though, pretty underrated. Batman and Robin, notoriously hated movie, but not the worst Batman movie. Haven't seen The Godfather. And Prisoner of Azkaban. I know this is a lot of people's pick for one of the best Harry Potter movies. It's probably my least favorite of the 4 that I've seen. I don't know if it was just me maybe going, oh, this is going to be top 10 movies of all time because of all the praise it got. But I prefer Goblet of Fire. That's probably my favorite one I've seen so far. And I don't know, probably rewatching it again with my expectations in check, knowing it's not going to be my favorite movie of all time. I might enjoy it more, but it's still much, much better than Batman and Robin. Haven't seen either of these. I saw Finding Nemo a long time ago, but I can't rate it. Oh, yes. 7. Amazing movie. Haven't seen Tropic Thunder. Haven't seen Anger Management. All right, let me find a movie so I can talk about 7. I haven't seen Saving Private Ryan. It's crazy. Jurassic Park. Okay. Love Jurassic Park. A CGI spectacle. This movie changed special effects. And it really is a 5-star movie. Amazing. But 7 is on a completely different level. This movie, the atmosphere of the city, it feels so real and lived in. The performances are amazing. Brad Pitt, Morgan Freeman, they're great. The suspense, oh man, such a good movie. And it's better than Jurassic Park. Even though Jurassic Park, like I said, should be much higher on this list. But haven't seen either one of these. This is one of the next Harry Potters I got to watch. Have not seen any James Bond movie. The Lion King. Probably the greatest animated movie of all time. But Revenge of the Sith is my favorite Star Wars movie. So, yeah, haven't seen either of these. I know. Haven't seen either of these. I have not seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I have seen Spider-Man 3, which I'll save it till we get to a movie I can talk about. And I know I'm not ranking them because it's been a while since I've seen them, but I do remember At World's End being my favorite Pirates movie. So, not sure it will stay that way when I rewatch them, but yeah. Okay, Spider-Man 3, way, way overhated. When I rewatched the Raimi trilogy, it's a couple years ago, but I was expecting this steep drop-off from Spider-Man 2 to Spider-Man 3, and there really isn't much of a drop-off, if I'm being honest. And that's not a knock against Spider-Man 2. It's just Spider-Man 3 is really good. I do not get the hate for that movie at all. It was a ton of fun. But yeah, I'm going to Attack the Clones, just the Star Wars fan in me. Monty Python and the Holy Grail, another classic that I have watched somewhat recently. Oh man. See, these are such weird picks to have against each other because this is like such a oddball comedy. Super funny movie. But this is like a Tim Burton gothic Batman movie. Like, I'm going to go Batman just because that's more my style, but Monty Python is a great movie. Haven't seen either of these. Haven't seen Flatliners. Like I said, Toy Story 2, one of my favorite animated movies. And here's one of the earliest animated movies with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. I have been trying to rewatch through all the Disney animated movies, like in order. I skipped over a couple of old ones, like, was it So Dear to My Heart? Or The Three Caballeros? Like, who really cares? I'm trying to get to Peter Pan and stuff. Which I think Peter Pan was the last one that I watched. Anyways, say all that to say, I rewatched Snow White recently, and still pretty good. Of the earlier Disney movies, like from the 30s and 40s, it's probably one of the better all-around ones. But yeah, Toy Story 2, like I said, one of the greatest animated movies of all time. Night at the Museum I have not seen. Okay, here we go. Snow White again. Sorry, you're not beating the Sorcerer's Stone. Ooh, Prisoner of Azkaban again. Probably when I rewatch it, it will move up, but I'm taking Beetlejuice at this point in time. Mulan. See, it's been years since I watched Mulan, so I won't rate it. I remember really loving it, though, and I think I'll love it when I do rewatch it. So, haven't seen Willy Wonka. I know, kill me. Haven't seen Edward Scissorhands. This is on. I'm doing a challenge of movies, and this is one of the ones on the challenge, so I will probably watch this one within the month. But yeah, I've not seen it yet. I watched part of Avatar when it first came out. Like, we rented it from Redbox. I just got so bored of it. I was also like 8 years old, so give me that grace. So if I rewatch it, I might enjoy it. But yeah, have not seen it. Haven't seen Shrek, I know. Dark Knight, yeah, Dark Knight's beating Spider-Man 3. Rocky, haven't seen. Haven't seen Logan. Haven't seen Charlie's Angels. Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Now, okay, I know War of the Planet of the Apes is the third one. I always get Rise and Dawn mixed up. I think this is the first one, because I'm thinking it was this, then Dawn in 2014, and then War in 2017. Is that it? If that's the case, I have seen this one. I've only seen the first one. Rise of the Planet of the Apes or Elf? This is tough because, again, these are like two completely different movies. Rise of the Planet of the Apes is like a serious sci-fi movie where this monkey is super smart, or ape, I guess. He's super smart, and he like has these emotions, stuff, then gets yanked away, tortured and stuff, and then leads this uprising. And then Elf is like a Will Ferrell comedy. I think Elf, I'm more prone to rewatch that just because of the holiday, vibes and stuff. But Rise is really good. I've heard the other ones are even better, so I'm looking forward to checking those out eventually. But yeah, we're going to go with Elf there. Haven't seen Independence Day. Of course, I have seen the original Star Wars, so. And yeah, a pretty easy win for it. Like I said in my Star Wars ranking, not my favorite Star Wars movie, but it's amazing. One of the greatest movies of all time. Haven't seen Oh Brother, Where Art Thou. Haven't seen Knocked Up. Haven't seen Matrix. That, I know. Another one on the watch list. I know that was the sequel, but still. Okay, Raiders, like I said earlier, is my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies. Oh, and that jumped to number 1 on the list with that. Okay. Haven't seen The Graduate. X-Men. This movie is like, whenever you think of the word mid, like whatever reaction you have to, if you're like, ugh, what a cringe thing to say. Or if you're like, yeah, mid. Like, X-Men is the definition of mid to me because, like, it's not bad. When I rewatched it, I kind of just like, okay. I'm ready to get to the other X-Men movies because it just didn't do a lot. And probably because, being, a witness to the MCU, the Dark Knight, the Batman, all these movies that I've seen, and then going back and watching one of the earliest modern superhero movies, it's kind of rough on that because this kind of, set the standard for this type of movie. This was before Spider-Man. But, yeah, I'm going to go Last Crusade. It's not bad. It's just X-Men doesn't really do a lot for me. But, yeah. Then we have the original Toy Story and then the first Scream movie. Ooh. Toy Story is great. Like I said, I don't like it as much as Toy Story 2. Scream is one of the best horror movies out there, and like its play on, like its comedy take on the horror genre as a very meta movie, it really works very well. Ton of fun. I'm gonna go Scream here. Haven't seen Mission Impossible. Oh man, Batman Begins and Toy Story 2. Again, completely different movies. I'm gonna go Toy Story 2. Batman Begins is a great movie though. Haven't seen either one of these. Again, haven't seen either one. Haven't seen Major League. King Kong, the Peter Jackson one. I want to watch this because Peter Jackson, Lord of the Rings, spoiler alert, my favorite trilogy of all time. So when those come, expect them to win pretty much any matchup. But, yeah, I haven't seen King Kong yet. Alien. Oh, man, dude. Alien and Aliens are so good. Oh, man, dude, what do I pick here? If it was Aliens, I think that might beat Raiders of the Lost Ark, but I'm going to give Raiders the edge over Alien. I haven't seen Truman Show. I saw Star Trek, but it was a very long time ago, so I won't rate that one. Silence of the Lambs, great movie. Haven't seen Hancock. Oh, man. It's tough because this is another 5-star movie. Its Oscars were well-deserved. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith, my favorite Star Wars movie. Again, it's one of those, Silence of the Lambs is probably a better movie, but I enjoy Revenge of the Sith more. Haven't seen that Hulk. Okay, Alien is definitely beating X-Men. Again, saw Cars back in theaters when it first came out. Don't remember a thing about it, so I cannot rate it. Haven't seen Home Alone 2 at all. Haven't seen Napoleon Dynamite. Breakfast Club, great movie. Toy Story 2 is beating it, though. Sorry. Don't know if that's a hot take or not. But haven't seen Men in Black or Top Gun. Okay, I've seen both of these. Lion King is definitely jumping that. Haven't seen either one of these. I didn't even know Ian McKellen was in the Da Vinci Code. Haven't seen any South Park movies. Haven't seen National Treasure. Oh, man, dude. Again, Silence of the Lambs, great movie, but Lion King is probably the best animated movie of all time. So, haven't seen that. Monty Python, you're not beating Return of the Jedi, sorry. I haven't seen The Prestige. This is cool. It's a Christopher Nolan matchup, but I have not seen Prestige, so I can't rate it. Jurassic Park. What was that supposed to be, like an inverse of the Jaws poster? That's pretty cool, actually. Oh, man. Jurassic Park or Batman Begins. Like I said, love Batman Begins, but yeah, Jurassic Park is taking that one. Batman 89 is beating out Incredible Hulk. Haven't seen Eternal Sunshine. I have seen Blade Runner. Kind of hot take. I don't know if I was just expecting more, but Blade Runner is probably the most disappointing movies that I've watched when I've gone back and watched these older movies. And I don't know if it was just me, in my head going, ooh, Harrison Ford in like a sci-fi movie, thinking of Star Wars, Indiana Jones, that type of thing. So I don't know if I was thinking it was going to be a little more action-oriented than it was. Because that's not what it was really at all. It was alright, but it didn't really do a ton for me. Jurassic Park definitely was beating that one. And here we go, Blade Runner again. And Incredibles, I watched this like once or twice as a kid. Didn't watch it for years. Then finally checked it out a couple more times. And this is such a good movie. It's definitely beating Blade Runner. A tough one, because like I said, Scream is a great horror movie. But yeah, Revenge of the Sith is beating that. I've seen Wizard of Oz numerous times growing up. Have I seen it most recently where I'd say so. I've seen it enough. I've seen the original Ring, not the remake, but the OG Japanese one. Okay, sorry, Wizard of Oz, but you're not beating Aliens. Aliens is such a good movie. for how good Alien was, Aliens takes it a step further, I think. Haven't seen any of these. Again, we've seen Snow White. Yeah, you're not beating Star Wars, sorry. Haven't seen either of these. Okay, I've seen both of these. Dark Knight, easy. Haven't seen Twister. Breakfast Club, great movie, but yeah, Silence of the Lambs is completely on a different level. I have not seen Being John Malkovich. Again, I have seen Incredibles. Yeah, I'd take Incredibles over Prisoner of Azkaban. Hunchback of Notre Dame. It's been a long time since I've seen it, so I love this movie, but I don't want to, maybe overhype it when I haven't seen it in years, so I won't pick that one. Casablanca is one of the greatest movies of all time. Whether you like old movies or not, you gotta give it its credits. I love old movies, so I'm fine giving it its flowers, but one of the greatest movies of all time. Haven't seen any of the Saw movies. Empire Strikes Back, though, great, and it's beating out Elf. I haven't seen Sherlock Holmes, or Superman Returns. I accidentally almost messed that up. Haven't seen either of these. Okay, I've seen both of these. Jaws, yeah, it's winning that. Return of the Jedi or Monsters, Inc. It's been a while since I've seen Monsters, Inc., so I won't include that. And yeah, Return of the Jedi is beating out Beetlejuice. Okay, haven't seen Juno. I have seen Chamber of Secrets. Probably would be my second favorite Harry Potter movie I've seen of the first four. But yeah, it's not beating Return of the Jedi. We're on a Return of the Jedi streak, I guess. Okay, yeah, Empire Strikes Back is beating that out. Haven't seen Ghostbusters 2. Incredibles will beat that. Haven't seen those. We'll get to 50 movies ranked, and then we'll probably call this episode here. I don't want to go on for too long. So, okay, Empire is beating out Breakfast Club. Haven't seen Wayne's World. Haven't seen Terminator 2. Batman Begins. Toy Story is going to be Batman Begins, I think. Empire. Spider-Man 2 or Wizard of Oz? I'll go Spider-Man 2. I didn't love that as much as other people seem to. But it's still a great movie. It just, again, probably one that I went in hyping myself up like to think it's going to be a top 5 movie of all time. And it's not. It's still a great movie, though. Haven't seen either of these. Haven't seen Shaun of the Dead. Spider-Man or Toy Story 2? Oh, man. This is tough because this is my favorite of the Spider-Man trilogy. But do I take it over Toy Story 2? I think I will give it the edge there. Then Iron Man or Phantom Menace? I'm going Phantom Menace. It's pretty easy for me. And we have our 50 movies. So, yeah, hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. As always, if you did, be sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out a ton. Lets me know you guys do enjoy the content. And, yeah, if you want to see me do some more of this, I'd be down to, because it's not that difficult to do. It's just an easy way for me to talk about different movies that I've seen and give you guys an insight into my thoughts on movies. So if there's maybe a take you're like, whoa, this dude is insane, drop it down below. We can discuss it. And if there's any movies that I said I have not seen in this video, you're like, you need to absolutely check this movie out, be sure to let me know, and I will add it to the top of my watch list. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.